Thou art welcome in this place, Holy Spirit. Thou art welcome in this place, omnipotent Father of mercy and grace. Thou art welcome in this place.
Stand with us.
Holy Spirit, thou art welcome in this place. Holy Spirit, thou art welcome in this place. Omnipotent Father of mercy and grace, thou art welcome in this place. Lord, in thy presence there's healing divine. No other power can save, Lord, but thine. Holy Spirit, thou art welcome in this place. Holy Spirit, thou art welcome in this place. Omnipotent Father of mercy and grace, thou art welcome in this place. Fill all the hungry, the empty within. Restore us, oh Father, revive us again. Holy Spirit, welcome in this place. Holy Spirit, this place, omnipotent Father of mercy and grace, thou art welcome in this place. Holy Spirit, thou art welcome in this place. Holy Spirit, thou art welcome in this place. Omnipotent Father of mercy and grace, thou art welcome in
This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and we will be glad in it. Maybe you didn't hear that. I said, this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and we will be glad in it. Maybe the third time's the charm. This is the day the Lord has made. We are going to rejoice. We are going to be glad in it. Can someone lift up a praise to Him in this place? On behalf of Reba, our wonderful children, and myself, thank you for the way you have loved us through one of the most difficult weeks of our entire life. I've been overwhelmed at literally thousands of emails, notes, flowers, food, you name it. We have been bombarded by the love and support of the people of God all over this nation. And we can't let this day begin without saying thank you to our church family at the river who has loved us in a more intense way this week than we have ever been loved. Thank you to those folks at Grace Point that have reached out to us in our moment of need and loved us. Thank you. To these ministers who have joined together from across our nation today, our family says, thank you for the relationships that were birthed by Holy Spirit between our mother and all of you. And that relationship has been a part of what we've benefited from already. But thank you for your time here. Last Sunday morning, we received the news, as many of you did, very early Sunday morning of what had taken place. It was very difficult to know what to do next. And immediately your mind, the wheels start turning and you're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to handle this moment? In the midst of that moment, I received a phone call from Linda Hilliard. And she says, Donnie, I know you're probably already bombarded with phone calls, but Pastor Hardwick wanted me to call you directly. And as best as I can remember what she said, it was something to this effect. Whatever question you and Reba may have about our church, our facility, or our ability to reach out and love, the answer is yes. And we have been overwhelmed all week, Pastor Hardwick, by the love of Christ Church. You really do exemplify Christ in the way you reach out to people in these kind of moments. I would say probably the overriding sentiment that we receive from people this week has been that they're sorry for our loss. If you want to sit down, you can. You might be standing again in a moment. And we certainly understand what you mean by saying you're sorry for our loss. But from our family, can we tell you we haven't lost anything? Because we know where Mama is. And when you know where something is, it can't be lost. And so we rejoice with her today that she is in another place. In a place that probably when she stepped into that dimension, she said, this is so much better than I ever wrote about. And she wrote some pretty great songs. But I can only imagine that she is a part of that great cloud of witnesses looking upon this moment, celebrating her life and saying, if you only knew. I was thinking, Landy, as you were leading this course, the one thing when Mom wrote the song, they were in a situation where they felt totally like it was one of those iceberg churches. And she was known to write on anything she could get her hands on. And sitting in a very cold spiritual climate, she put her hand on her heart and she began to write, Holy Spirit, thou art welcome in this place. You know what? We really don't have to invite him here. He was here long before we got here. But would you one more time open your heart, sing that chorus as our dear friend Pastor Charles Green joins us. Holy Spirit,